Hello and welcome. I'm Andrew, one of the chaplains here at Leeds Teaching Hospital Trust. I'd like to welcome you to this gathering, Time to Remember, where we think about our little loved ones, the babies and the infants that sadly are with us no more. Our theme this year is the Starlight of Love, because we believe that the love we share is like the stars in the heavens, eternal. And there's an ancient Inuit saying, perhaps they're not stars, but openings where our loved ones shine down to let us know that they are happy. Remembrance should be that bittersweet experience. Sad that they are not with us, but happy that they were with us for however brief a time. In the course of this gathering, you will hear poems and music. As part of it, we're going to ask you to light a candle and maybe hold an object that reminds you of your loved one. So if you'd like to take a second to get those now, a little piece of music will play.
The Star by Anonymous. A light went out on earth for me the day we said goodbye, and on that day a star was born, the brightest in the sky. Reaching through the darkness with its rays of purest white, lighting up the heavens as it once lit up my life. With beams of love to heal the broken heart you left behind, where always in my memory your lovely star will shine.
For my little one, flesh of our bodies and bone of bone, You came to us to make your home. You came to us to play your part. Tiny life enlarged our hearts. You lived a life in total care, but still your life we couldn't share. We never saw your twinkling eyes or touched your precious feet. We never shared a tiny yawn or rocked you fast asleep. We never kissed your tiny hands or saw your little smile. We never held you in our arms, but we held you for a while. Although we never saw your face or heard your precious laughter, you're still our child, whom we miss and love, and will forever after.
Love Poem by Barbara Whitehorse from Yukon, Canada. I saw the moon tonight, not quite full, not yet, but coming into glory, and the stars gathered round like diamonds, sparkling against a black velvet drape. And I thought of you. You left before the last full moon, and before the winter stars appeared. So I gazed at the cold sky with twinkling lights, and wondered where you were. This is not a love poem as such. I was not forsaken by a lover who left me for another after ravishing me with all the stuff poems are made of. No, this is not that kind of poem at all. But it is a poem about my child who left me, who I loved eternally and completely, who I was there for each and every day of their life, and now they're gone. And my heart is broken, maybe like the one who was forsaken by a lover. It hurts the same. It hurts so much, maybe much more. For life will never be the same. I look to the moon and the stars to try to make sense of it all, but I can't. I miss you so much, my child.
Like If I'm Not There Tomorrow by Anonymous. like a shadow in the moonlight, like the whisper of the seas, like the echoes of a melody just beyond our reach. If I'm not there tomorrow, it will never be goodbye. Love shines through eternity, a heartfelt from the eye. In the shadow of deep sorrow, past the whisper of goodbye, I have left my heart with you. You need never cry. The love that's deep within me shall reach you from the stars. You'll feel it deep within you, and it will heal the scars.
Stars and Our Lost Loved Ones by Anonymous. There is inexplicable beauty, light and so much meaning to the stars, for this is how I see them, with their beauty and their magnificence. I think anyone who has experienced the loss of a child only need feel and believe in the magic that the stars represent. For when I look at them, what comes to mind is how beautiful and gracious they swim in their uncountable numbers across the sky. The second thing that comes to mind is how creative and beautiful they are. They are a response to the challenge of loss, and it is a response that is unmatched. And the third thought, I think, is this: the love of those we love who have died shines down upon us always. They are a constant reminder that we are loved, that we are remembered, that we are heard, and we're understood, and that the ones we love are watching over us, and they are present in our lives every single day. Death is peaceful for those who have left, but it is so painful for those loved ones who mourn and miss. We do not get over a death. We learn to live and cope with the absence as best we can as time goes by. It is human nature that we feel our losses deeply. I believe in the beauty of the stars because they are there, right there where we need them to be, so near and yet so far. Stars are magnificent, a visual representation of our lost loved ones. They shine brightly down upon us. They symbolize hope because they show up when it is darkest. They are the most beautiful, undying reminder that life must go on. So they are at the same time a promise that you are loved and treasured more than you could ever think or possibly imagine. We are all the carbon from generations of stars gone before, shining briefly before we return to our source and begin again. We are all eternal stardust, a cool and creative way of showing and knowing love. I hope that you gaze at the star at night in wonder. I hope that you gaze and think of your little loved ones. I hope your eyes reflect the beauty and the strength in their love for you and yours for them, for it is a love that shines across forever.
4 candles by Anonymous. The first candle represents our grief. The pain of losing you is intense and reminds us of the depth of our love for you. The second candle represents our courage to confront our sorrow, to comfort each other, to make our lives reflect your love. The third candle we light in your memory for the times we laughed, the times we cried, the times we were angry with each other, the silly things we did together, the caring and joy you gave us. And this fourth candle we light for our love. We light this candle that your light will always shine as we share this time of remembrance with family and friends. We cherish the special place in our hearts that we will always be reserved for you.
My Star in Heaven by Anonymous. I'm sending thoughts into the sky and gaze up at your star. I see the light you freely give and wonder at love so far. I send you thoughts and wishes as tears fill in my eyes. I send you my heartache and long for your surprise. I send you my memory smile with parcels on its wings. Be careful when you open it. It's filled with beautiful things. Inside are a million kisses, wrapped in a trillion hugs, to say how much I miss you and send you all my love. I hold you close within my heart, and there you will remain, to walk with me throughout my life until we meet again. Time cannot dismiss you, distance is not far. I'm sending thoughts into the sky to you, my eternal star.
This poem is called We Shall Remember, and it's adapted from the writings of Sylvan Caymans and Jack Rymer. At the sun's dawn and at its dusk, we shall remember. In the chill of winter and the blowing wind, we shall remember. In the rebirth of spring and the opening of buds, we shall remember. In the warmth of summer and the blue open sky, when days are longer and the outside warmer, we shall remember. In the beauty of the autumn and the changing leaves, we shall remember. At the start of the year and at its end, we shall remember. And when we feel lost or wanting strength, we shall remember. When we are low and want to cry, we shall remember. Faced with hard choices or joys to share, we shall remember. And in the achievements we make because of you, we shall remember. As long as we live, you too will live, for you are part of us and always will be. We shall remember. In the glory of the sun, in the peace of the moon, in the quietness of the stars, we shall remember. We thank you for the gift your life, however brief, brought to each of us. We love you. We remember you.
At this point in the gathering, we'd like you to take either a candle that you've got or an object that your loved one had that means a lot to you. Either light the candle or hold the object. And as we play some music, remember them.
When I am gone, by Anonymous. When I am gone, if you need to cry, let your tears be for someone walking the street beside you. You can love me most by letting hands touch hands and souls touch souls. You can love me most by sharing your goodness and multiplying your acts of random kindness. You can love me most by letting me live in your eyes and in your actions, and not just in your mind. And I shall live with each beat of your heart.
A Face Among the Stars by Rebecca Gins. We looked for you this morning. We looked for you last night. We looked for you everywhere, but you were not in sight. We looked up to the night sky above and saw your face in the stars. It was then we realised you're not here anymore, but you'll always be with us. You will always be in our hearts. Life is something all of us must borrow, returning it in time to whence it came. Goodbye doesn't mean you're gone. So long as we still love you, your memory will live on.
Thank you for coming and remembering in this time to remember this virtual gathering. I hope you have found some comfort, some hope, and the joy of remembering, for remembrance holds in our hearts. I came across this last thought as we consider the starlight of love. 1,000 stars in the skies, like the stars in your eyes, they say to me that there'll never be no other love like yours for me and mine for you. Thank you for coming. Travel safely.